Bonjour! Bonjour! Bonjour, bonjour, bonjour! It's the Jamie and Stephen Show! The one you've been waiting for! Oh, it's Beauty and the Beast week! Hi, Stephen!
Hi, Jamie.
I know, well, you know, it's set in France.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we're going to have one of those where you're very much like, oh, and this is the French bit, and this is that, and I'm sat here drinking a cup of tea.
Well, those 18 months on Duolingo is going to come in handy now doing this episode.
I will leave that with you. When you said bonjour, I was going to be like, you're right.
Yeah, Beauty and the Beast. Mm-hmm. This is a big one.
Mm-hmm.
And
sorry, just drinking my tea. That I was doing.
Not trying to give anything away, but there's a reason that it's a big one. Like most people, this one is our fave.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. You know.
There's
no point waiting to the end for the score because.
Yeah.
Yeah. Spoiler alert.
Just before we start, though, I did notice that you copped out on saying the title of our podcast fully.
Oh, yeah, sorry. The Jamie and Stephen Show, Let's Talk Movies, Music and Magic.
See, everyone out there thinks that it's me that can't say it.
It is you that can't say it.
Yeah, I know, but I have to remind you every time to say it. Just saying.
Yes. Full title.
Full title.
Yeah. Yeah, so the 30th classic, our third film in the Renaissance era, and probably the one that sets the bar. Fourth. You're looking at me with a funny face.
Yeah, fourth, Oliver and Company. Yeah,
no, it's not it's not counted though. I know we would count it. We would count it.
Well, I think it's our impression that, you know,
okay.
Most. As
so
Bob said. It's very keen.
Yeah, we would start the Renaissance from Oliver, but
yeah,
it's.
I suppose you can't change what other people think.
I know. No. But yeah, so this is the one that, set the bar for what's to come. And it is the peak of Disney.
At this point.
So, it's like nobody thought that they were gonna, especially because of Rescuers.
Yeah,
it didn't get the reception, thanks to Katzenberg. Yeah. Right, so, Beauty and the Beast, released in 1991. The 30th classic. It's an hour and 24 minutes, so we're now at where Disney keep their films at a minimum. I don't think we get to an hour and a quarter again now.
Which is weird, because when I watched this earlier, I was a bit like, how short is this film?
Yeah.
Because I couldn't believe it was the end. And actually, Luke, my partner, was watching it, and he was reading a book at the same time while I was watching the film.
Uh-huh.
And he even said, are you at this point already?
Yeah.
Like, and I was like, yeah. I think that, well, we'll get onto that with the opinion bit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
IMDb synopsis.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. A prince cursed to spend his days as a hideous monster sets out to regain his humanity by earning a young woman's love.
Yeah.
Ish. Yeah. I don't think he sets out.
No.
Doesn't even look like he's been trying.
No. Well, he definitely hasn't been trying.
It's Lumiere and Cogsworth sets out.
I tell you what, those servants, they are selfish. I noticed this earlier when Belle's kind of like riding out, you know, when she goes to Papa.
Oh, yeah.
And the Beast is like thinking, they're all kind of like, oh,
poor us.
We're not going to be human again. It's like, hang on a minute, you've got a teenager on a horse in the middle of a forest with wolves that she has been attacked by previously. In the snow because her dad's dying.
Yeah.
And you're a bit like,
poor us.
Our
lives. We're going to be stuck as objects.
Has anyone thought about me?
So what was your synopsis?
Belle decides that Gaston is not hairy enough to fall in love with.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So yeah, that was mine. I was trying to, because when people take the mickey out of this film, it's very like the Stockholm syndrome, or fall in love with your kidnapper and stuff like that, and it's a bit like, well, it's not that.
Yeah.
There's a whole sequence where they
genuinely change
their attitudes.
Yeah.
And then that's when they become...
Yeah. It's not as if she's in that prison.
Yeah, she's not...
And she's been falling in love with him while locked up.
Yeah, no.
It's... Yeah.
And I'm not being funny or anything, but it's not like she's guarded.
No.
It's pretty much an open prison.
Yeah.
Like,
she's allowed to go outside in the grounds. Well, she can go anywhere but the West Wing.
Yeah, and the doors are not locked.
No.
Like, she doesn't unlock that door to get out or steal a key or anything. She literally turns the handle and she's off.
Yeah.
And clearly Philippe the horse is not tied up or anything.
He's there.
Like, why would that horse survive?
Yeah.
Because if you've got a prisoner for life, you won't keep the horse.
No.
Because I don't see any other food in that place. Like, so, you know, I don't think she's a prisoner. Whereas Maurice was a prisoner.
Yeah.
For like the hour that he spends there.
Yeah. It's got 8 stars on IMDb. This is the most, the highest rating out of all the films we've done so far.
I wonder where it loses those 2 stars.
I know. So the directors are Gary Truesdale and Kirk Wise. And both of them go on to direct Hunchback. Mm-hmm. Again, another French film.
Yes.
Atlantis, The Lost Empire. And then they separately do other things. So Kirk Wise then was the American director of Spirited Away.
Okay.
So he would direct the American crew for that when it was released, because it's Studio Ghibli. And Gary Truesdale goes on to work at DreamWorks, so he does all the Shrek shorts and the Kung Fu Panda shorts.
So it's a bit downhill from here then.
Yeah.
I mean, so before they came onto Beauty and the Beast, I wish I could remember the title.
There were story artists and art developers and...
on the Disney Park ride in Epcot, which is the Cranium.
Okay.
Something Cranium. I wish I could remember what it was. But it's a little bit like People in the Brain.
Uh-huh.
So you know that kind of story trope where it's your brain has got little, like Inside Out.
Yeah.
That's the emotions, but in the brain one controls the legs, one's your thoughts and crying and whatnot. They did something along those lines, and they produced, I think it was a 6-minute film kind of thing with animation, and they were then given this.
Okay.
So, I mean, there's a bit before there, so I'll go for that one.
Yeah.
So, as we know about the Gong Show, based on that, basically anyone could pitch an idea or anything like that, and basically Disney created a list. Mm-hmm. The series of film ideas was given to a guy called Jim Cox, and this included Beauty and the Beast, and he was like, I want that one.
Okay.
And he literally just said, I'll do that. So we went away and he wrote an initial treatment and submitted it through to Eisner and other people.
Uh-huh.
And basically Eisner said, let's get some artists, let's get a story reel going.
Okay.
Let's pitch this.
Yeah.
So the presentation was ran, it went on, and your friend Katzenberg said, no, we're not doing this.
Oh, shocker!
It's not the direction the studio wants to go with films. And I must admit, reading the synopsis, it's a lot darker, and it's... Do you know what? It's very reminiscent of other things. I think it was based on Cinderella more than Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
All in all, there's 3 different storylines to this, 3 different versions of this film. And one of the versions has Beauty and the Beast as Cinderella, basically. So there were 2 older sisters who were not very nice to Belle.
Okay.
She has an aunt which takes on the role of Gaston, wanting Belle to be married off to a
Okay.
gentleman somewhere.
Right.
And Belle is really shy, doesn't want to kind of do anything, and she's kind of put in that Cinderella position where it's, others drive her storyline for her, and she ends up falling in love with the Beast.
Okay.
Who's a gentleman from a local estate who just everyone knows, but he's a beast, he's ugly.
Okay.
And it's him that Belle falls in love with, rather than like the handsome man, the
if
prince.
it wasn't so similar to Cinderella, that sounds okay.
It was then moved on to a second screenplay by Jen Leroy. Not a lot is known about this one, but I did find out that this includes wizards, body swappers, and an evil prince. I do think that could work as a film.
Yeah, but just not as Beauty and the
But
Beast.
just not as Beauty and the Beast, and not as a Disney film.
No.
But as a Tim Burton,
Yeah.
I think that would really...
Yeah. Tim, if you're listening...
Which he is.
There's an idea. Of course he is. God, Tim and Bob Iger, they're like our top... They're our fans.
Yeah,
They're our top listeners.
Yeah. The only reason their names don't show up on our followers is because, like, affidavits.
Of course, yeah.
We can't show favouritism. And at that point, at that screenplay, the animation director of Who Framed Roger Rabbit, Richard Williams, was asked to direct. He was busy on his own film, which I can't remember what that film was now, but I've never heard of it in any way. It was... He may have made a mistake. But he suggested his friend Richard Purdom.
Okay.
At that point, a animation team got together, including Andreas Deja, Mel Shaw, Glenn Keane. This is where all those names come up.
Yeah.
Don Hahn, Tom Cito, Gene Gilmore, Hans Bacher. They basically went to London to develop a screenplay alongside Richard Purdom.
Okay.
And Katzenberg scrapped that. So we watched it. It was too dry. It was too boring.
Okay.
It just didn't work.
Okay.
Anyone who had the original Blu-ray of this can watch that original showreel.
Okay. Have you watched it?
I have. It's not Beauty and the Beast.
Okay.
I wouldn't have enjoyed that film.
Okay.
So it was the right thing to do. It was very much what Disney later did, but no songs.
Right.
This was not going to be a musical.
Okay.
It was then that Katzenberg kind of went a little bit more into depth to how this film was being made.
Okay.
Because he had faith in the idea. He had faith in the people. But what it was happening just wasn't working.
Okay.
So they brought on the directors that you mentioned. They brought in Alan Menken and Howard Ashman.
Because of The Little Mermaid.
The Little Mermaid. Around this time, The Little Mermaid was doing its thing.
Yeah.
And he basically brought in, and I have the name a little bit later on, I think it's Wolverman. It's a female writer, Linda Rovington, and she was brought in. And basically it's because he was watching this Beauty and the Beast versions that had been presented in all three of those versions. Belle was basically just the same as Ariel.
Yeah.
It was a very sexist character.
Yeah.
In a way where it's damsel in distress. Oh, where is me? I'm going to change my life to fall in love because I want a prince.
Yeah.
And because of that, it was Katzenberg that said no. I want a more stronger, empowered.
Wow.
We're going to look at that. We mentioned feminist, which is, it's not a dirty word. What it represents is, I think, why Belle becomes one of those favourite princesses for so many young girls at this era and beyond.
Yeah.
And basically it was because of Katzenberg intervening. And then that's where it kind of all started.
Well, I did look up the writers of the film, and they're on IMDb. There's a lot listed.
There is a lot.
But what I did is they're credited for different types
things
of writing.
Yeah.
So in regards to the story, the names that stuck out, there was 4 that stuck out to me. Brenda Chapman.
Okay.
Now she goes on to do Brave.
We can't hold that against her.
No, that is a good film, Stephen. So she wrote that, and it was about her own relationship with her daughter, and she's down as I think she nearly didn't get credited as director, but that she had to fight for the co-directing because they brought on a man to fill in that role, but I think she is down as co-director as well. Chris Sanders, who goes on to do Lilo and Stitch.
Yes.
Bernie Mattinson.
You're going to have to... I've gone brain dead.
Mickey's Christmas Carol.
Oh, yes.
He directed that. So, and he was like up there in the 80s. So he was the one that all the younger animators would have been looking up to, because he was like an older guy. He wasn't he wasn't part of the 9 Old Men, but he was in between them and the, Glenn Kane and Andreas Deha. And then Joe Ranft, which I didn't write. I forgot but his name will see.
Yeah, it will pop up. So basically,
he's got glasses. You will recognise him.
Yeah,
and he's got a goatee.
So around this time, there was a lot of... So, Jeffrey Katzenberg, when you make a movie, you do a screenplay. Mm-hmm. The screenplay is written down. You're told you're not allowed to change that.
Yeah, because he came from the live action films.
Because he came from live action. You have a director that will alter it.
He couldn't get his head around the storyboarding.
No. And with this, it was a storyboard. So you end up having the storyboard artists and Linda Wolverton.
Yeah.
They basically had arguments all the time.
Yeah.
And then basically it was... I'm going to forget the name. The head of animation at this point.
Wasn't that... Oh, was it Schneider?
Yes.
Yeah.
He basically said, okay, well, I know how to resolve this. Basically, you're going to be sat in the same office. And they basically just...
Hashed it out,
got to the point where they were basically linking up, and Linda started to get involved more with the storyboarding and learnt it in a way where Katzenberg never did. And they merged. So each of the scenes was a collaboration of all of those different people. So when it comes to crediting them, you've got to include them all. Of them.
Yeah.
So that's why you...
Well, one of my facts is to do with the writing. So we'll get to that because it's the first.
Yes.
And it's to do with what you've just said. But yes, we'll get to that later. Cast.
Yes.
Yeah. Now I've just done the main cast.
Yeah, I did as well, because this is a big cast.
Yeah.
Even for a Disney animated film, because normally you get a core of 4 or 5. Yeah. And they do other voices as well.
Yeah.
Just before we go on the cast, so for the first time, it was Howard Ashman and Alan Menken basically said, how we're going to cast this is to do a Broadway style casting. Yeah. So they went to New York. Yeah. They were on a stage. And people came up and did an audition just as they would if this was a stage
musical. Yeah.
And oh my God, was that the right decision?
Oh my God, yeah.
Because you have got the voices. And I think this probably goes back to Pat Carroll in Little Mermaid, because her voice, perfect. Yeah. I'm not going to diss that. But she could sing. Yeah. But because of the difficulty of Poor Unfortunate Souls, so she's never sung that song from beginning to end.
Right, so she has to do it in bits.
She had to do it in bits.
Okay.
And then they pieced it together.
Okay.
Whereas in this film, every single person in this cast that has a singing part is a singer.
One of my favourite clips in the making of, and it's also in the Waking Sleeping Beauty documentary as well, is when Ashman is in the recording studio with Lansbury and Jerry Orbach, so Lumiere and Mrs. Potts, and they're like making notes on there. I love that because Ashman's trying to direct just like he would if they were performing this on the stage. Like, I want it to be more this and more. And obviously Jerry Orbach chooses to be authentic and does a French voice. And he's the only actor that does it. And he's so good at it as well. And he's obviously, trying to keep the French accent while singing as well.
And I mean, when you see different clips, especially in the Howard documentary, and then there's other documentaries as well, and we touched on it with Little Mermaid, he was there. Mm-hmm. He kind of performed everything. Mm-hmm. He did the demos. Mm-hmm. Going back to Pat Carroll, basically she was told to do it as he had done it, because he was doing it the way it should be done. Yeah. Not in a mean way. No. But in a way where it's like, this word. Yeah. So jumping forward to Beauty and the Beast, there is a clip and it's used so many times, but it's Howard saying to Paige O'Hara, it's that opening of Belle, Quiet Village. Yeah. And basically he tells her how to say it. Yeah. And it's the second word of the song. I know. And she's there like, okay, like this. Yeah. But like, just like how
he directs Jodie Benson. Yep. There's on Little Mermaid, there's a song and he's describing, this has just happened and so you need to...
Which, not that I have any experience like any of these, but when I've done stage shows way back in my youth,
I've just done them in my bedroom.
What?
Yeah, in front of the mirror with a hairbrush.
Oh no! I'm talking about actual. Ironically, Little Shop of Horrors, which is
Ashford and Menken. Yeah.
You do get where someone will say, well, this line is conveying this. Mm-hmm. This is the most important line of the scene. Mm-hmm. And it's something trivial. Yeah. But you've got to do it in a way where it's emphasising. And with the character of Belle, especially, one of the reasons why Paige O'Hara was cast, because she sang like Judy Garland. Right. So... that kind of Somewhere Over the Rainbow. Yeah. Quiet Village. Yeah. It is that. Okay. They are doing Dorothy. Yeah. In Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah. Yeah, funny, I've got a fact about that as well.
Oh. Well, shall we jump in with the cast?
Yes, let's get to the cast.
Let's go into it then.
Right, so I'm going to start with the Beast.
With the Beast?
Yeah. I know, should have started with Beauty. We'll start with Beauty.
Start with Beauty, because we've just spoke about.
I know. So Belle, Paige O'Hara. Right, so this was her debut. Her film debut. Yeah. And she doesn't do...
She's a Broadway star.
She's Broadway. But she does do something in Enchanted. She's like a extra or...
Right. Yeah. So she is the woman where I realised they were adding princess actresses.
Right, okay.
So, in the film...
I mean, I knew Jodie Benson straight away. Spotted her by a mile.
But it was almost like, okay, I get that. But when I saw this, I then looked for the others. Right, okay. Pocahontas in there.
Right, okay. I'm going to watch that again.
Yeah, I think we should do one on that, because it is a love letter to
princesses, yeah.
But she plays a character called Angela.
Okay.
And it's in one of those American soaps. I believe it's like one of the Mexican soaps.
Yes,
and it's on the TV, and she's dressed, she's got the hair like tied up, and it's just a very small cameo, but you know what? It's her. And yeah.
Is that what he's watching in the motel?
Yeah.
Yeah, right, yes.
So,
Okay, but she has done all of Belle's voice work.
Up to 2011.
Oh.
Yeah, so little known fact. So because she's carried on voicing...
Is it because her voice has maybe changed?
So, yeah.
Because it does change when you get older.
We're talking 20 odd years since she voiced Belle. And her voice has changed.
Wow.
And because of that, unfortunately I didn't write down the name but she's started to be voiced by another
okay.
actress. However, it is Paige O'Hara who voices Belle in Wreck-It Ralph 2.
Right, okay.
And she also does the voice of Belle in Once Upon a Studio.
Okay.
So she is still
Yeah.
linked with the character
but
when it's referencing that.
But it might be old things that they've maybe been able to reuse.
No.
Oh, she did go in there.
Yeah,
okay.
She did the voice, and she was made a Disney legend as well. She's continued with that, but in 2011 it was a case of, do you know what?
Yeah.
For these little bits, it's just not. And she's supposedly fine with this.
Okay.
I you know,
well, I know
she wants to pop on and let us know.
I don't know if she does a cameo in the live action.
No.
But in the celebration,
yes,
with Josh Groban and
but
her,
read it twice.
Yeah, she makes an appearance in that.
Yes,
and
she's the bookseller.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And another fact about her that not a lot of people will know is she is an artist.
Yes.
She paints, and she's had a stall at the art festival at Epcot.
Disney Fine Arts.
Yeah.
So
and she does her own Beauty and the Beast paintings.
I have a feeling, because it's done by Disney Fine Art, that's the thing. Isn't the new Disney Hotel at Paris done by the Disney Fine Art? I'm going to have to research that, because if that's the case, then...
I'm not sure.
Yeah, because I'm sure there's something...
I saw a clip, and I can't remember what it was for. And it was for a special or something, and it was, you saw her creating the painting that she was going to feature in her stall. And I can't remember what it was for. Like, it's not on Disney Plus or anything like that, and this was like before COVID. But
then there's a lot of things, you know, we might have been on a DVD extra.
Yeah, it might have been.
Because as we know, they're not on Disney.
I mean, she's not changed.
No, she hasn't.
Apart from maybe her hair is sometimes shorter now and again, or I think it's back long. But she's not changed.
No. It's just her voice that's changed.
I know, which does happen. I mean, we noticed that with singers like Shania Twain and, you know, Celine Dion. Like, it's deeper.
I wonder if she's a smoker.
Oh, yeah, maybe.
Because in my mind, when I hear the voices next to each other, it's almost a smoker's difference. But then she's a Broadway star.
I know, so I doubt it. I doubt she would be.
No. She did in the live action, though.
Oh!
She offered to help Emma Watson perform Belle.
Okay.
So
she's
mentor,
not seen in the film, but she was a mentor.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
And that to me,
that's nice.
Yeah. But it's nice that she did have that link.
Yeah.
Because I didn't know that until researching it for this podcast.
Right.
So before
I never knew that.
It annoyed me that there were no cameos like that.
Yeah, I know.
It did annoy me.
Yeah.
But
okay.
We'll get on to that.
Yes, yeah.
And we mentioned her as well. Guess who was considered for the role of Belle?
Oh, yeah, I was just about to say, I've actually got facts about the cast. It was Jodie Benson, wasn't it? Yeah. Apparently she was put in, she literally was told, right, you're going to this film. Their voices are different. Apparently Ashman wanted a more European sounding voice.
Yeah.
So I think because when you hear Ariel singing, it's like you can hear the American. It's the way that certain words and letters are pronounced. It's very strong. But Paige O'Hara, it's almost like as if, not trying to say that, you know, one doesn't speak better than the other, but it's almost like, you know how you have that high-end New York accent where it's like, are they from New York? And they don't sound like they're from New York, but because they're like Aristotle.
It's like in the UK, really. It's like you could have someone from one side of London.
Yeah.
And then you go to the other side of London.
Yeah.
And it's
like that.
Different
it's a different accent. And